Good evening. In 2016, a 47-year-old fitness freak who headed equities at Bank of America Merrill Lynch in India suddenly died of heart attack. Reason? Work stress. Let me show a few statistics to you. So, 30% of Americans work more than 10 hours every day. 34% don't utilize their paid leaves. 30% worry about work while trying to relax. It's strange. 55% is the divorce rate in workaholics. 30% of people, the working population, are at high risk of diabetes, and 30% are at high risk of hypertension. We are moving into a world that is becoming workaholic. And surveys conducted in 2014 and 2016 showed that the percentage of workaholics has increased over the years. The problem is we are paying so much attention to our daily deadlines that we fail to focus on the things that are actually important for us. So my friends, let me shift your focus right now from your daily deadlines and the homeworks and the work stress to the one thing that gives you happiness, to your hobby. I will start by giving my example to make it easier for you to visualize what I'm talking about. Yes, I was a workaholic. Until I developed severe pain in my spinal cord, for which I had to undergo physiotherapy. My relationship suffered, and I had reduced productivity. Please notice the last part. Because I was workaholic, I was trying to work more, my productivity was reduced. It's an irony, isn't it? I was competent, I was really driven, but that led to reduced productivity at work. So when all the rush settled, when the doctors were back after my physiotherapy, when my family members were back, I actually thought about it. And the irony struck me, that to perform better at work, I actually had to get away from it for some time. It's like a marriage, I hear. You have to give each other some space. So I did. And then I started capoeira. I will show a video just to get you all going on what capoeira is. So this is a Brazilian martial arts form which was started by the slaves in Brazil 500 years ago. So this is my hobby. This is an extremely difficult kind of martial art. So it was started by the slaves, like I mentioned, and it was camouflaged in dance and music so that the masters could not figure out that the slaves were getting ready for combat. It is very intriguing because there's music playing and then you coordinate with your opponent, and it just draws you into it. And then you forget your work stress and you start doing it. There were a lot of things that this particular thing taught me, and that is what I want to share with you. That's me. So it taught me focus. So when you start this martial arts, like you just saw, you stand by the opponent. It's a friendly game, as they call it now. So you slowly sync your steps with your opponent, but your eyes never let go of him. You keep looking at him because you don't want to miss him. At the same time, you're plotting in your head how to combat him. And all of a sudden, while you're walking with the rhythm, the music is playing, the opponent goes boom. You act by reflex. You have to get back at the right time or else you'll get hurt. I learned that you need to be attentive at all times. Then I went back to work. I was more attentive at work, my reflexes bettered, and I got more intelligent. My performance got better. It taught me how to balance. Balancing your whole body on your hands is not an easy task, and I did not do it overnight. I tried. I failed. I tried again. I failed. I tried again, until all the muscles of my body were strong enough to take the weight of the rest of my body. After that, it taught me how to balance your body. I learned that small failures do not matter because you have your eyes at the bigger goal. I went back to work. I balanced life and work. I balanced relationships with my colleagues and my subordinates. And I did well at work. It taught me flexibility. My body could move in ways that I had never imagined before. I could see myself in a different light. I felt more confident about myself. I got flexible. I got back to work. I was more open to other people's ideas. I was really flexible in my thought. Now I learned so much from my colleagues that I was not open to before. It taught me power. There were no deadlines, no boss. I was doing this for myself. I only had to prove to myself. And therefore, I was happy at work. I was a cheerful person to be with, and people at work liked me. So the point is that that your hobby breaks the monotony. It gives you a purpose of life. It makes you do things that you don't have to prove other people to. You just have to prove to yourself. Remember, as a child, we used to dance, play, sing, do whatever we wanted to. But somehow, we actually lost focus. We started focusing so much only on work, and we started ignoring this particular hobby. So my friends, your hobby is not just a hobby, it's your life. So please pursue it. Don't let it go. I will leave you with quotes from some famous people. I'm not going to read out all of them to you. But just for an example, Mark Zuckerberg says that his best time, most productive time, is not when he's at work. It is when he's investing on himself. He's reading or doing things for himself. I hope that my talk actually shifted your focus from your work to your life. Thank you.